What up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. We about to get back into a design session here, y'all. My last live, I started working on these awards, so I gotta knock them out today. I gotta finalize design. So earlier today, I finished up like last live. I said I was gonna go in Photoshop and start designing the artwork. So I used a little bit of a chat GTP or some AI. I'm starting to explore, like I'm starting to experiment with AI. So learning my prompts and everything, getting my prompts down. But yeah, I'm getting my prompts down and trying to what I ended up doing was merging let's go. What I ended up doing was merging the lion head with the artwork flyer, and then took it in Photoshop and kind of like manipulated and kind of got it to where I want to be. So but today I'm gonna try to accomplish just literally just getting it together, like designing it and getting it finalized for trophy production. So I showed the client the artwork. He approved it. Just a few changes I had to make. So I did that already. And now I'm about to bring it into Adobe Illustrator, and we're going to manipulate it. I'm gonna show you guys how I get it ready for production. So right now, if you guys look, if you can see my files, I have like design, cut, and print. So this is how I lay it out. So right now I'm about to just finish designing the trophies, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I prepare it for the laser machine with the cutting, and then also for printing for UV or just for my BN20A. Depends on how I'm printing it. So first order of business, let's go ahead and import the artwork. Let's go file, place. What did I even have it saved as? PNG. Oh, you know what? It's in the downloads. Hold on. So this is the artwork, y'all. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it 11 inches. 11 inches high. It's gonna be about 12 inches when it's all said and done, but we're gonna make it 11 inches high. So this piece is gonna be 11 by 7.4. So it's gonna be about 11 by. It's gonna be about 12 by 8. So that's a perfect size. It's actually a nice size trophy. So that's the piece right there. That's the artwork. Zoom in on it. So the goal is I'm going to use this like UV print or vinyl overlay. I don't know, whichever one I feel like doing. If my printer's acting right, I may end up just doing vinyl overlay. But I have to go ahead and get this prepared, make it the outlines and everything, get it ready for the laser machine. So that being said, first thing we're gonna do is always make a copy. And then the next order of business is we're just gonna go ahead. I just trace this. I just get a generic image trace, and I'll show you guys why I do that. Then I just expand it. And I don't really care. I just wanted to get the outline, get it in like vector form so I can manipulate it. So there's a few. So next steps is what I do is I go to outline, I go to object path, and I do offset path. I'm gonna do 1 at 1/8 inch offset, and we're gonna go with we're gonna go round. I don't think it really matters, but we'll hit it with round. So that's an 1/8 inch. Go ahead and cut and paste that to the side. We're gonna do it again. Object path, offset path, and we're gonna just do a 1/4 inch. Okay, cut that, paste. So this one, I'm gonna go ahead and invert the make it a stroke. So we're gonna make it a white stroke, not a blue stroke. So this is to represent the actual acrylic glass right here. This blue outline, that is the acrylic piece. So now I'm gonna take this piece. We're gonna make that all black. Go object, arrange, send that all the way to the back. And that's gonna be the bleed layer basically. So that's the bleed layer. So so yeah, so that's all I'm gonna do for now. So there's the artwork. So this is the artwork layer. So either it's gonna be UV printed or I'm gonna do a vinyl overlay. I don't have time to be fiddling with this UV machine, so it all depends on which one's working for me. If I can get the UV working, then we're gonna UV print everything. If not, we're just gonna go ahead and vinyl overlay. Most likely vinyl overlay because, man, this printer, this UV printer I got from China, man, it's just like, it's so finicky. I think it's more so user error, but man, I just cannot get it to act right. But anyway, so next step, I don't really need that. I'm gonna just set that to the side just in case. Finish, we're gonna go ahead and finish designing this. So that's the art piece. So how big is all this right now? It's about 11.5 by, yep, it's about where I want it. So next step is we're gonna take so now I'm gonna take my template here, same thing I did for this one over here, but this is the base here, that the mounting base. So I'm gonna merge these together. So now I'm gonna take this. Let me go ahead and center it, and hope I'm trying to get this to be like exactly 12 inches. A little 12 inches and a quarter. So we're gonna take this and move it up some. Where we're at. All right, let me take this artwork. Let me just, what I'm doing is I'm just seeing, because this top 20 is gonna kind of like be in front of the artwork. So I just want to see how much it's covering. I don't want it to cover too much. And actually that's perfect, because the top sponsors is Solo Riders and is it Orc? Let me see, what's the name of that? Ultra Costa. So those are like the main, like the, you know, there's like headline sponsors. So the client had an order that he wanted me to put these sponsors in. So that's actually perfect. So that's, and then that also strategically, I left this this black space here so that it can actually lift the artwork up a little bit over. So that's gonna basically be kind of what I do there with the artwork there. So or I might, let me see. I might not do anything at all. We'll see. Object, arrange, bring to front. So what I might end up doing, y'all, is not protrude it out here and just keep them all flat like this and just print up another little piece for like the labor, like the actual name of the, you know, award, and just like slap it on there. I really don't know. We'll see. But that's 11. That's close enough on to be perfectly 12. So all right, so yeah, next step is, so we're gonna move this artwork back over here, and what I'm gonna do is merge. I'm gonna go ahead and unite these pieces right here. I'm just going to make sure that it's aligned again. I'm gonna go ahead and ungroup, release that. So I'm gonna grab this right here, and we're gonna go ahead in the Pathfinder, and we're gonna just unite that. So that whole piece is united now. We're gonna grab these. We're gonna go ahead and bring these to the front. Then we go. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna what's gonna do minus front, and there we go. So now the actual acrylic piece is done. So that's that. I'm gonna send this piece to the Making Box of Madness. We're gonna cut that bad boy out, and that's it. So that, I need to do that regardless if I'm a UV printed or if I'm doing vinyl overlay. So next step now is I want to figure out the top 20. So he wants it to be like a sponsor's choice top 20 or something like that. We'll figure it out. Solo Rider's Choice top 20. I have to figure out how I'm going to name that. But for now, for the sake of this demonstration, this is just a video, we're just going to keep it top 20. So next steps, let's go ahead and finish prepping this for the print. So actually, let me just undo this. So sorry guys, I have to remember that I am live. Sometimes I'll get caught up in the moment of designing, and the next thing you know, I'm just quiet the whole time. But hard for me to multitask, talk and design, you know what I mean? But anyway, this is the black. This is the actual. So this is the actual the artwork that I'm going to print. So I'm gonna do a bleed layer. So this is the black is the bleed layer. So if I'm gonna cut it out my vinyl machine, I have to have a cut layer, a spot cut layer so that it can actually cut the piece out. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on that, go to object, path, offset path. And this one I'm going to minus, just go ahead and so I'm gonna just go ahead and just minus 0.025. So that's perfect. I don't need it to be nothing crazy, just enough to just be a good, cut out a good bleed right there. So that piece, I'm going to have these spot colors as contour cut. So that's for my Roland BN20. So I'm gonna outline that with a stroke that with a spot color for the contour cut. And then I'm going to just not have a no fill. So this is the artwork. So let me click on that, just kind of make that a little smaller so it's not crazy. So this is the artwork. So that the pink line that's going to be the cut layer on the BN20. And if I'm going to take this, then I'll save this as a PDF. I'll save this as a PDF and I'll take it into my my RIP software for the UV printer if I'm going to UV print it. But for now, we're just going to leave it there for now. When it's time for processing, I'm going to but yeah, so basically that's done. So that's basically the trophy, y'all. Like honestly, it's done. Most of the work was done in Photoshop trying to get this rendering complete. But then I'll take it like so, do the top 20, and this will be the trophy right here. All right, y'all. So all right, so that's pretty much it. Like honestly, I'm getting pretty fast with these. Most of the work with these trophy designs is just it's done in Photoshop. Once you get the artwork how you want it to be, and then you bring it in, and I trace. This is the way I do it. So there might be other ways to do it, but I bring it in. I bring it into Illustrator, trace it, then I just get the silhouette, and then I can do all my bleed layers, my cut layers, and just kind of design the cut layers for the machine and the bleed layers for the print and the cut layers for the vinyl cutter. So I think I might end up etching this on the machine and paint this part, and then everything else is going to be printed. So that's it. I don't know. Again, these awards is going to take a while. Not a while, but I'm gonna be burning the midnight oil on this. Like once I gotta start. I'm gonna start cutting these out tomorrow. Cutting and printing tomorrow, and I'm gonna probably have a late nighter tomorrow. I need to get everything machined, cut and print, and then probably Wednesday I'm assembling. So I might do a live. I might not do a live of me cutting and machining this because it's just gonna be just loud and messy. I don't really feel like dealing with all that. It's just I'm gonna just try to knock these out because it's gonna be a few hours of machining. But I'm gonna go back live on the making sessions. I'm gonna go back live with me assembling it all. We'll just kind of have a little live at the desk at the workbench, kind of chopping it up, just vibing while I put these trophies together. And but yeah, that was it. This was a short one, just so that I can just want to bring y'all on because I started y'all on a live process, so I want to basically keep bringing y'all along for this journey right now. So I'm gonna try to complete this whole trophy order live. So I'm just putting even more stress on myself, being that I got to turn this around Friday. So I got to complete 25 of these and have them ready to go for them. Their show is on Saturday. So yeah, it's craziness. But all right, man, I appreciate y'all, whoever tapped in with me. But we'll spark back up with part 3 of this. Most likely, we'll see. I might spark up printing and cutting a little bit with y'all, but maybe I'll spark up when I'm done with the last few, and then we'll start putting it together. And that's going to be probably a long stream. We're probably going to stream for about a few hours on that one, maybe 2 to 3 hours streaming us putting it together. So, all right. So appreciate y'all. Wally D. I'm gonna catch y'all at the next one. Peace.